Good evening. Welcome to the 138th Annual Wellsville Central School Commencement Ceremony. This evening, the Star-Spangled Banner will be performed by our Wave Choir. We have 3 graduates with plans to enter the United States military. We would like to honor these seniors for their future service to our country by having them join us here on stage for the singing of our national anthem. Would these students please come forward as our choir makes their way? Morgan Golish, United States Army National Guard. William Haxton, United States Army. And Zane Sturdivant, United States Army National Guard. As these members and our choir settles, we'd like to invite any member of the audience who is a veteran or active military to please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your service. If everyone would please rise.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you. I'd like to take a moment to introduce my colleagues here on the stage. Mr. Dave Foster, Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Al Mosier, President of the School Board of Education, Mr. Jason May, an Assistant Principal, and Mr. Aaron Brubaker. Can't thank you all enough for the support and leadership you've provided us and our students this school year. So thank you so much. Also, to the dedicated faculty and staff of the Wellsville Central School District and our friends from Immaculate Conception School across the river, I'd like to thank you for all the hard work you've done over the years for the work that is now in front of you. For assistance with public safety, the Wellsville Police Department, the Wellsville Fire Departments, and the Ambulance Corps, thank you for being here. Our IT department and our AV department for bringing you sound and recordings, which will be posted as you heard earlier. Also to the many individuals, too many to name, behind the scenes to make graduation a special event. These individuals prepare and certify diplomas, They set up the venue, they counsel our students, and assist with speeches. I cannot thank you enough for all that you do. And finally, to those of you out here in the stands, the friends and family, all of the support you've provided over the years has brought us to this moment. So thank you. How about a round of applause, graduates, for your fans out there? And now please give a warm welcome to our school board president, Mr. Al Mosier.
Good evening. On behalf of the entire Wellsville Central School Board of Education, I would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone. Just so you know, this is a very special night for me as well, because I am not just your school board president, but I am also a proud grandparent of a graduating senior. This is a night that I will always remember. I want to spend just a minute speaking to you, our graduating class of 2022, about decision making. I remember heading off to college, shortly after the Civil War. The sense of freedom and independence was almost overwhelming. All these decisions, what to wear, what to eat, when to sleep, should I study or go out with friends? All those things were up to me, and now for you. You need to know that if the thing that those decisions solely relate solely to you, you need to know that as you leave home, some of the most important decisions facing you in the next few months relate to other people. As I stand here and facing you in the next few months, both of us will relate to other people. As I stand here in the next few months, you will also be going out to encounter someone who has been bullied, that is in an abusive relationship, is engaged in a self-destructive behavior, or someone who simply needs a kind word. Now, I know we live in a very connected world, but most likely you will have an extremely short period of time to make a decision. So you must decide, do I look the other way or walk on by? Or do I say those 4 words that can make a real difference to someone? Can I help you? That really is all it takes to get involved and make a difference. 4 simple words. Now I know that you're thinking, well, Mr. Mosier, you're 6'5", you weigh quite a bit less than a few years ago, so getting involved is easy for you. That's all true, except maybe for the weight. And those are all fair points. However, as you may know, my job allowed me to travel around the US and Canada. There is a similar saying in each of those locations, and I will share that with you. It is not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. It is absolutely true. So I don't want to hear about how small you are, or what gender you are, or your religion, or your race. None of those matter. What matters is what's on the inside. If you have the will, you will prevail. Every single one of you have the power to make a difference. So take a look at your left and your right. We are all proud of you, and we are all counting on you to make a difference. Get involved, be bold, and if necessary, be fierce. After all, you're all lions. Education is about growth, not just about grades. You have adapted and grown in this difficult time, which has undoubtedly enriched you and added to your academic success. While your experience may not be quite what you expected, it should be cherished. All the triumphs and setbacks you and your fellow students shared together have given you a remarkable bond and made your path unique. To our audience, thank you for being here today to join our graduates in this most important occasion. It too many seems like yesterday you had to endure the trust of sending your young child to school. Some of you shed tears as they proceeded through the school door and saw them go off by themselves. But as years went by, each school year, you counted the days when they could go back. With your help, your children here today have grown into adults. Each person here has had an influence in these soon-to-be graduates, and yes, you will shed more tears of joy as they graduate and begin a new phase of life. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, teachers, and staff of the Wellsville Central School, thank you for your trust in us to provide a safe and the highest educational experience. May our graduates go on to be successful in their chosen ambitions in life. God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mosier. Within the past few weeks, several graduation ceremonies were held to celebrate the accomplishments of our students who attend programs at the Belmont CTE Center and the Big Picture School at Elm Street Academy. Would those students who graduated from those programs please stand for a moment to be recognized? Thank you. Also, this community, as you know, is incredibly generous. Over $101,000 of scholarship and awards were presented for the first week in June. Would the students who received an award or a scholarship please stand to be recognized again? Thank you. Our senior advisors are fantastic. Mr. Smith, Mrs. Farron, did an outstanding job planning this year's activities. They continue to impress me with their commitment to making our students' senior events memorable and fun. Congratulations on a job well done. Just a moment to recognize our student leaders. If our senior class officers and our student council officers would please stand for a moment for some well-deserved recognition. These officers are amazing young adults who demonstrated incredible leadership through this year. I couldn't, again, be more impressed with how you handled the challenges you faced. They were always willing to dig in and do the work, and did an outstanding job, even when it seemed the impossible. You made it happen. Thank you so much for all you've done. It is truly an honor to be in a profession that allows me to have a front row seat to watch kids grow and develop. This year's graduates are truly impressive. Think just for a minute about all that they've accomplished. They've won athletic titles in the pool, on the court, in the field. They've shattered records in competitions like maker fairs, robotics, and esports. They are musical, they are theatrical, and they are adaptable. They have talent coming out of their ears. They have thrived despite closures, hybrid schedules, and quarantine. They socially distanced, they masked up, and they flattened the curve. All of this they took in stride. One may have expected complaints at every turn, but instead they brought gratitude and appreciation. They are a resilient bunch of wonderful young people, and they deserve a round of applause. I need to share just one story. On the final day of their senior trip series, we took off for the north for some fun in the sun. Now I do have to tell you, we only made it to Belmont before we had to make a stop because the donuts were calling. So we stopped, I came out of the store, toured the bus to a sight I'll never forget. I came upon three young men, Matthew Biddle, Dalton Ketchner, Jerry Havens. Now these boys were not at all immersed in their own singular senior worlds or racing to the bus to get on with their own day of fun. Instead, I spotted them changing a flat tire for some weary out-of-state travelers. It wasn't for money, it wasn't for show, it was just to be kind and to lend a helping hand. So I turned to a group of senior onlookers, anticipating their patience was probably thinning because the job was ongoing. One of them turned to me and said, "Miss O'Connell, no problem. It's what we do." So to the class of 2022, keep doing what you do. And the old Irish saying as it goes, may the kindness you spread keep returning to you. It has been an absolute pleasure watching you grow, and I wish you all the best as you take on the world. At this time, I would like to introduce our Senior Class Vice President, Miss Emily Costello, to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I would first like to start off with some thank yous. I would like to thank Wellsville administration, Board of Education members, all the teachers and coaches, but most importantly, the people right in front of us. On behalf of the class of 2022, I would like to say thank you, parents and guardians, for your continuous support and guidance through our high school days. We wouldn't be where we are without you. Well, class of 2022, we made it. This is the part of the speech where I'm supposed to talk about all the wonderful memories and things we did as a class. If I were to follow this format, this speech would have ended with the thank yous. I think we can all agree our class has become very distant over these years. When I think back through our high school days, we were the class that made every teacher cringe when they realized it was their year to have us. Middle school was the time when we were all supposed to be finding ourselves. The only thing we were finding out was who not to pick a fight with. We would all be enjoying our lunch, and then all of a sudden, a fight would break out. After the first few times, we just got used to it. It seemed like every day we were lined up in the 8th grade hallway and given lectures about good behavior. Now that I look back, those hallway lectures are my dominant memory from middle school. Freshman year. Freshman year is the year we got our first high school field trip. Due to all the fights we had in middle school, we were sent to BOCES for a team bonding exercise. We had directions to scream our school name when the organizers counted down from 3. 3, 2, 1, Sayo. Nope, we couldn't even bond correctly. The teachers gave us the stare and said, let's try again. When we get to 1, scream Wellsville. 3, 2, 1. And we screamed 3 different school names, and not one of them was Wellsville. The teachers did that one more time, and the outcome didn't change. We were put on the bus and sent home. We would soon find out after the conclusion of the trip, it would be our last field trip for a while. Freshman year was our first year of Regents exams. Everyone was expected to take the Living Environment Regents that year. Due to it being our first year of tests, a lot of us took advantage of the biology review one night. We were halfway through the review when we were told we could take a break. Let's just say, due to an unfortunate event of immaturity, the review was instantly canceled and we had to leave. We could not even make it through an hour-and-a-half review without getting in some sort of trouble. It would be easy to cross this stage tonight in infamy for being the bad class, the one that made teachers consider career changes. But that's not how we should go out. We should be remembered for our ability to grow and change in the right direction. I remember the sporting event student sections. All of us decked out in Wellsville attire, cheering our hearts out, coming together just for the night because even if we didn't know anything about the sport, we just wanted our school to win. I think it is fair to say there is no other student section like a Wellsville student section. The class that sarcastically refused to yell Wellsville as freshmen were now unstoppable cheering for Wellsville's teams. I remember the beginning of senior year when my mom told me my class would come together sooner or later. Well, it wasn't about until a month ago where we all started to get along. We realized we wouldn't be together much longer. We realized the grudges we had held since freshman year weren't worth it anymore. It was when we realized that we were all experiencing our last that every senior must go through, where we decided to put our differences aside. I never thought we could do it, but we started to come together. We all experienced our prom, senior trips, and senior skip days as a class, not as individual groups. We no longer hung out in our groups, but as a class. It's sad we didn't realize a little sooner that the grudges we were holding weren't as serious as we thought. Class of 2022, I hope you keep this mindset that we have had in the last couple of months as you enter the world. Don't take life too seriously. Life moves too quickly to stay hung up on things. Live like every day could be your last. I wish you all the best of luck in the future and wish nothing but success for you all.
Emily, please accept this on our behalf and thank you for all you've done for our service, for our school, all the service you've provided for us. You're up.
Seniors, it is now time to recognize your loved ones. Please present your flower at this time.
I got somehow.
I told you it was gonna happen, you jerk.
Nicely done, seniors, nicely done. The honor of Salutatorian has been earned by Brooklyn Stisser. Brooklyn is the daughter of Ryan and Joanne Stisser. Brooklyn earned the title Salutatorian by accruing an average of 100.73. Brooklyn's list of accomplishments include the New York State Regents Award for Academic Excellence, the President's Award for Educational Excellence, the University of Rochester Bausch and Lomb Award, and the DAR Good Citizen Award. Brooklyn is a 2-year member of the Wellsville chapter of the National Honor Society, serving as president. She's been a vital member of the Wellsville girls volleyball team for 4 years. Also an active member in Student Council, International Club, Yearbook, track and field, and basketball. She's a busy girl. Brooklyn will be attending Binghamton University, majoring in neuroscience and pre-med. Please welcome to the stage Wellsville's class of 2022 salutatorian, Brooklyn Stisser.
Hi everyone. I want to start off by saying thank you to the principals, superintendent, and Board of Education members for allowing me to speak today. Thank you to all of the teachers, staff, and coaches for helping us get here. We couldn't have done it without your help and support. I especially want to thank Mr. Smith for putting up with me and our class these last few years. He was always there to listen to my problems, help me with my homework, even if it wasn't math, and just be a role model for me. He is someone I will forever look up to and aspire to be. The way he has positive interactions with everyone and always makes students feel welcome and accepted is something I deeply admire. Thank you for everything, Mr. Smith, and know that I will be calling you for help while I'm in college. I also want to give a huge thank you to my family for being my biggest supporters throughout everything, and my friends for always being there for me. You would think that I'm up here to talk today about the normal high school memories our class had, right? Yeah, not so much. When I looked up the definition of normal, what came up was the usual, average, or typical state or condition. The word normal makes me think of the class of 2022 because our experiences and lives are anything but normal. Our class was dealt an insane amount of challenges and setbacks over the past few years. The COVID-19 pandemic greatly disrupted our high school careers. Sophomore year ended abruptly in March 2020, and we were forced to learn and work from home. Many of us struggled during this time because of bad internet connections, and let's just face it, learning Algebra 2 at home without a calculator is not easy. No offense, Mr. Smith. We were scared of the future and what would happen with the new virus. Fast forward to junior year. We were able to go back to school in person, but for only 2 days a week. The school was split up into two teams, Team Wellsville and Team Lions. Team Wellsville went Mondays and Thursdays, and Team Lions went Tuesdays and Fridays. On Wednesdays, we all joined, and often slept through, the dreaded Zoom calls. I hated these Zoom meetings, but at least I got to stay in my pajamas all day. The Zoom meetings were often quiet and uneventful since no one ever spoke, which I'm sure you're all surprised about since our class is not known for being quiet. Almost everyone felt uncomfortable during these classes and never wanted to talk, which is what made everyone dread them so much. I think I speak for everyone when I say that the day we went back to school in person 5 days a week was the highlight of the year. That meant no more Zoom. Now, let's talk about these last few months. Senior year. We went to school in person every day, and it seemed like we were going to have a normal year, besides still having to wear masks. But we were wrong. In a normal senior year, we would have attended a homecoming and snowball dance in the multipurpose room, been a part of pep rallies in both the fall and winter, and would have gotten to go on a regular senior trip. Because of COVID, our plans had to change. Our annual homecoming dance had to be outside on the turf, which was very cold. Instead of a snowball dance in the multipurpose room, we had to have a spring fling in May in the middle school gym, and we didn't get to have either pep rally. Instead of a normal senior trip, ours had to be split up. We went on multiple day trips to places near Wellsville. Some of us hunted ghosts in Batavia, while others played laser tag in Rochester. Don't get me wrong, we had a lot of fun on these trips, but it's not what we were hoping for when we envisioned our senior trip in freshman year. We wanted to be able to go somewhere where we could all be together, like New York City or Boston. But due to circumstances, which you are all aware of, that couldn't happen. Our senior year was not what we were hoping for, but when you look on the bright side, we made the most of the year at hand. We were able to have dances, we were able to take a few trips, and we were able to spend time as a class. As I look back on the past 3 years and think about what's considered normal, I realized that being normal isn't always good, and it's not even normal to be normal. It's okay to do things that are abnormal, have different goals, and just live your lives differently from everyone else. Our class is the epitome of abnormal. We have a variety of different goals, skills, and personalities that make us who we are. Some people have goals of going to college, while others want to go into the military or find a job. None of us have the same goals for our future. A few of us want to become teachers, nurses, engineers, and I, for example, want to be a doctor. The paths we all take to reach our goals will not be the same. Each of us will have different experiences and opportunities that will shape our futures. Our different personalities will also play a role in how our lives play out. The quiet, shy kids may live totally different lives than the loud, outgoing students. What I'm trying to say is that even though people have different goals and personalities than you, it doesn't mean that they're not normal. It just means that they see their future differently than you do. Being different than others is okay, and you don't have to meet everyone's expectations and fit their definition of normal. It's okay to live your own life. Before I finish, I just want to give one more thank you. Thank you to the class of 2022. Thank you for all of the memories and laughs. Thank you for making these last 13 years so much fun. I wouldn't want to hang desks from ceilings or sit through hallway lectures with anyone else. Good luck to you all. Thank you.
So Brooklyn, please accept these plaques for being our salutatorian and for being our class president. Thank you. Nicely done. The honor of secondary school valedictorian goes to Jack Jordan. He is the son of Heather and Eric Jordan. Jack has earned this prestigious designation by accumulating a high school average of 100.86. His academic record has kept him at the top of his class throughout his high school career and opened the doors to many academic opportunities. Some of his achievements include the President's Award for Educational Excellence, the University of Rochester's Xerox Award for Information and Technology, the New York State Regents Award for Educational Excellence, and Rotary Student of the Month. Jack is a 2-year member of the chapter of Wellsville's National Honor Society. In addition to his accomplishments, Jack has been a member of VEX Robotics and is also active in student council, swimming, band, golf, track and field, and ski club. Jack plans to matriculate at Penn State University, pursuing a degree in computer engineering. Please come to the stage, our Wellsville class valedictorian, Jack. Jack Jordan.
Class of 2022, here we are. Another class at another school in another town graduating. It's happening all across America, so what's the big deal? We talk about Lion Pride, but what's special? What's unique? What's there to be proud of when it comes to our little town, at our little school, in this particular year? Well, that's just the thing. It's our little town. It's our little school. And it's our particular year. That is the big deal. Because as Dave Matthews once sang, turns out it's not where, but who you're with that really matters. I think Dave almost nailed it. It's who you're with that really matters. And it's also what you experience together. So, what's our story, Wellsville Class of 2022? It starts with that little town. The big cities might laugh off a village like ours that they can barely find on a map, but we all know the truth. Small town America is a secret weapon for those lucky enough to start their lives there. Here, we know the local grocers, farmers, preachers, teachers, and coaches. We know the doctors, the pharmacists, and the first responders. We know the people who are looking out for us, and they know us as well. This forms bonds and a support network too many people never know. Yet, it's a network we've had at our backs and will continue to have behind us as we move on from here. We should count ourselves lucky. Maybe even more powerful are the memories that are planted in us. A love for life and confidence in our roots. As we head into the future, we'll never forget the sound of aluminum bats echoing through the valley, the smell of chicken barbecue wafting through town, and milkshakes with our friends at Texas Hot. And of course, you know I had this. Fishing for the record brown in the Jenny. Sometimes with an eagle flying overhead, as a symbol of the freedoms we're blessed with. See ya, Luke. I brought my gear if you want to take a few casts after this. Yeah. Then we have our little school. We might not have some of the resources found at big schools, but once again, it's who you're with that really matters. Who else can say they walk in a psychology class and come out accidentally speaking Spanish thanks to Senora GT? Who else can say they've learned economics by listening to stories about softball thanks to Mr. Burke? And who else can say that they've placed bets on the next impressive facial hairstyle Mr. Munson's going to be rocking? Of course, none of that's exclusive to our class. Others have graduated in our town, from our school, with our teachers. So, what is exclusive to us? We are. We are the ones we've been with for our high school careers. We are the ones who have changed each other's lives forever. And I want to say, it's been a pleasure. While we're traveling together to cheer on our teams, who are in the running for sectional titles, or cheering on each other while a group of us down 260 wings on an 85-degree day. Or dancing together on the football field when it was way too cold, but we were having way too much fun along the way. These are experiences we take with us. and they're unique to us because they happened in this group. We have done all this together, and now you'll graduate in a way that is unique to us, carrying something special into our future, and knowing that we have our town, our teachers, our coaches, and each other supporting us wherever we go from here. Our roots are deep, our memories are strong, because of one small town, one small school, and each other here in our little town of Wellsville. We have a lot to be thankful for, and we should remember not only to feel our gratitude, but also to express it to those who make a difference in our lives. So I'd like to wrap this up by saying a few thank yous of my own, but I'm confident this goes out silently to all the teachers and all parents and friends who are here today from all Wellsville graduates. For my ICS days up through trigonometry, Mr. Smith has encouraged me to think outside the box and help cultivate my love for math. I'll forever be grateful to him. Thanks to Mr. Justin Straczynski for convincing me to join Vex Robotics Club, which I still stand by as Wellsville's finest club. Thank you to Mr. Bitzercone. He structured his computer programming classes so that we could learn and have fun at the same time. Without him, I wouldn't have had the knowledge to program for the Robotics Club, nor would I be pursuing a career in computer engineering. Then we have Mrs. Willard, who my dad keeps calling Miss Carrie because his brain is somehow stuck in the 90s when she grew up. Thanks to Mrs. Willard and Mr. Munson, who ignited my passion for the sciences. I'll miss their jokes, even if they're like cobalt, radon, and yttrium. A little corny. See what I did there? Some of you will look at a periodic table later. Have a good groan over that one. I want to thank my friends, the boys. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. You're my brothers for life, and don't let us lose touch. Of course, I want to thank my parents for always believing in me and being there every step of the way. And to my younger brother, Ben, you're my friend and confidant. You always encourage me to step up my game, when otherwise, I probably wouldn't have. I love you, bro. And finally, thank you, graduating class of 2022. I'll forever be grateful for our friendships, our adventures, and who you have helped me to become. I'm grateful to you because we pushed each other, supported each other, and today, we crossed the finish line together. One we made together, and one that made us as well. Congratulations, graduates, 2022, we did it. Thank you.
Please accept this on behalf of Wellsville Central School. Thank you for all you've done, and congratulations. And now we will welcome our WAVE members, our senior high choir, and senior ensemble members as they perform Homeward Bound.
Stop their singing, and the sky is
is time. The moment is here. Diplomas. Please welcome to the stage our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Dave Foster.
I hereby certify the students of the class of 2022. They have completed the requirements for graduation as established by the New York State Board of Regents and the Wellsville Board of Education. Congratulations and my best to all of you.
Please welcome to the stage Mr. Matthew Warren. He will announce our graduates.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Graduates, congratulations. Let's do this thing. Marley Adams, Pennsylvania College of Technology. Macy Barrett, Employment. Natalie Billings, Keuka College. Matthew Biddle, Alfred University. Robert Bale, Employment. Alana Bowen, Alfred State College. Ian Brandt, Employment. Ethan Brandt, Employment. Joshua Brzee, Employment. Connor Brown, Alfred State College. Faith Brownell, Employment. Ethan Bryan, Employment. Harley Burke, Jamestown Community College. Madison Campbell, Employment. Matthew Carlton, Employment. Ryan Carlton, Employment. Kimberly Cavagna, Employment. Michaela Cawley, SUNY Geneseo. Kira Childs, Alfred State College. Torin Klein, Alfred State College. Kaylee Coleman, Alfred State College. Emily Costello, SUNY Geneseo. Paige Crandall, Employment. Kaylin Crawford, Roberts Wesleyan College. Isabel Culbertson, Jamestown Community College. Dylan Culver, Alfred State College. Dylan Day, Employment. Skylee DeMunn, Alfred State College. Cheyenne Dickerson, Employment. Kyle Durgan, Employment. Briar Dye, Employment. Kylie Fanton Acker, Employment. Connor Ferguson, Alfred University. Matthew Ferraloro, Niagara County Community College. Rebecca Gaylord, Alfred State College. Gabriel Germain Tardieu, Employment. Morgan Golish, United States Army National Guard. Cameron Gordon, Alfred State College. Brockton Hadfield, Employment. Ryan Haggerty, Alfred State College. Ashley Haley, Employment. Tara Harrison, SUNY Potsdam. Jeremiah Havens, Alfred State College. William Haxton, United States Army. Colleen Hennessy, Alfred State College. Chelsea Horton, Employment. Natalie Inferrera, Roberts Wesleyan College. Abigail Jackson, Employment. Hannah Jeffers, SUNY Oswego. Aaron Johnson, Employment. Caitlin Jonas, Alfred University. Jack Jordan, Penn State University. Dalton Ketchner, Alfred State College. Karina Kling, Employment. Jalen Knapp, Monroe Community College. Ellie Labeni, Roberts Wesleyan College. John Layfield, Alfred State College. Evan McDowell, Alfred University. Jalen Mess, St. Bonaventure University. Grace Morehouse, Jamestown Community College. Vina Odell, SUNY Fredonia. Catherine O'Neill, Alfred University. Caitlin Osgood, Employment. Stephanie Oswald, Employment. Mason Parks, St. Bonaventure University. Alexander Perkins, Edinburgh University. Caleb Phelps, Alfred University. Caleb Price, Employment. Quinn Rare, SUNY Geneseo. Owen Rizzo, Rochester Institute of Technology. Brandon Rulo, Alfred State College. Elijah Schmidt, SUNY Brockport. Keaton Sharp, Alfred State College. Heidi Slater, Employment. Cohen Slocum, Employment. Lindsay Slocum, Alfred State College. Cassidy Smith, Employment. Maddox Smith, Alfred State College. Brooklyn Stisser, SUNY Binghamton. Christy Stone, Alfred State College. Benjamin Stonemetz, Alfred State College. Zane Sturdivant, United States Army National Guard and St. Bonaventure University. Hannah Sturm, SUNY Fredonia. Daniel Sutton Jr., Alfred University. Hannah Taggart, Jamestown Community College. Liliana Torres Rivera, Jamestown Community College. Rebecca Van Buskirk, Employment. Delaney Wonderling, Alfred State College. Caden Wonderling, Rochester Institute of Technology. Kiana Wood, Employment. Luke Zakel, Alfred University.
Please join us for a moment in the singing of the Alma Mater, performed by Gabriel Germain Tardieu. Please rise.
To the days in dear Wellsville High, on the banks of old Genesee, where the hills ever keep their watch, and each one pays and paves the way till the battle for victory's won, where each has a duty true for the spirit of Wellsville High, to enter its work and learn, and go forth to serve the world. The sun sets on high school days, each struggle some victory won, each one pays and paves the way till the battle for victory's won.
Thank you, Gabe. Beautiful. And now, would class president Brooklyn Stisser please come to the stage?
Seniors, it is time. We have graduated. Please join me in moving our tassels.
Thank you, Brooklyn. Seniors, you are now officially alumni of this fine institution. Let them fly. Please stand as our newest graduates of Wellsville Central School lead us in the closing of tonight's ceremony. Thank you, be safe, and have a wonderful weekend.